near Warsaw, and now again in Krakow, and behind me so long queue. What for is such queue? This version is now English, and then I put the Polish subtitles. Potem będą polskie podtytuły, także nie bójcie się, będzie po live streamie już przetłumaczę. That's just a short walk from Sienna Street, and I tell you why is there such long queue behind me. You see a lot of tourists. You could compare, yesterday was the 244 tests, because there are long queue for COVID tests, and in Warsaw only 50 tests. That's why there's just, you see, much more tourists in Krakow than anywhere. That just I switched the camera that you see much better how beautiful is the just night. The very warm, plus 12 degrees Celsius, you know, that is like in the spring. And we approaching the former new gate of Krakow, the Sienna Street. There was the Hay Street. That is very characteristic information point. Sienna, no, this is my fantasy. There's about 50 people waiting 1 hour, sometimes longer, for the COVID test. They could get the test in 10-15 minutes. The opening hours from the 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. Now is about 7 p.m. That's why there's just only 1 hour. The test costs about 44 euros, like 200 zlotys. That's just about in 10 minutes you got that immediately. That's why travel safer. You see much. Yesterday was the much more 244 tests, in Warsaw only 50. Now English version. I'm walking to Christmas market. That's why there was the only spontaneous start that I put my bike. That's why very appreciate any recommendations, you know, and your support. I know there's many English speaking my viewers, the collaborators as the number one also, and have a look. That is the just I was in Warsaw 1 week, and comparing Warsaw, here's the hundreds of visitors, but you know, it takes a little time to take tests. Now I switch the camera to get tests, for instance. Hi Mir, hi Ahmed. Please, you could coordinate, or just I could recommend also my viewers your channel. Don't worry, that's just we staying in touch. And now is the nice warm evening. You think Poland is just full of snow? Now at the moment temperature plus 12 degrees Celsius, no rain, the beautiful blue sky. In one moment we're getting the most beautiful, the main market square. Happy New Year too. You absolutely stay in touch. And Krakow is the second biggest city in Poland. You know, Warsaw. Witam. Just I put later Polish subtitles. And the Krakow is the second biggest city after Warsaw. About 800,000 citizens, 150,000 students, and over 40,000 pigeons. Now look at this. We look at this, the beautiful illumination on the Christmas. But today, the last day of Christmas market. Officially should be Happy New Year too. The official Christmas market should be to the end of to the midnight. 2nd January. That's why today is the 2nd January. You see the former little market for fish, meat and eggs. You see the beautiful illumination and bullpup at the end. Is the good recommendation for someone they like drink a little golden drink, also called the bullpup. Yes, but you see a very relaxing atmosphere. I see the sounds of music in the main market square. That's why we're strolling to the most important point, the main market square. Of course, you see the name Mały Rynek as the little market. Of course, you are all welcome for the guided tours or just the visit Krakow. Just we've got the usually Ukrainian groups that are playing the beautiful music. Yes, Krakow is very sentimental, you know, there's everywhere. Thank you, I think it's good audio. I travel my bike here to the center. I straight came from the capital city, Warsaw. And I'm missing Krakow. For 1 week you are out of Krakow, you're still missing historical atmosphere. Just see hundreds of people, they crowded in the last day of the Christmas market. You see the shops are open. Today is a Sunday, just like a holiday, but for tourists just yes, oh yes, you see inside, of course, obligation of masks. Vis-a-vis kebab is still open 24 hours. I always they saw the guy from the kebab is in service 24 hours, just vis-a-vis. But yes, but we're getting oh, just you see the nice warm restaurants. But today outside is warm too. There's just, you know, there's a very friendly temperature, snowless. 100 kilometers south of Krakow is the winter capital city of Poland, the Zakopane. And then you could go skiing, so that is just full of snow. There was the New Year's Eve party, the big party south of Krakow, Zakopane, the Polish Davos, of course. Thank you, stay blessed too, Ahmed. And now, please prepare, because it's always enchanting view on the main market square. Please look at this. I remember the time before COVID, there was so many people. Third biggest market square in Europe after Rome, Venice. Keeping, especially if you like postcard, you could take postcard. You know, I'm used for the tours for New York Times, Heygo company. There always I stopping my camera. You could take beautiful picture, postcard. The Cloth Halls, the oldest shopping mall in Europe, and the market square is the 200 meters by 200 meters. That's just the third biggest in Europe. On the left side, you see the smallest church of Krakow, St. Adalbert. I'm pointing there, St. Adalbert, and the Christmas market. There we take the little stroll around. If somebody like, of course, join me. Then you see the statue of the Polish bard, Mr. Mickiewicz, the Polish Shakespeare, you know. That's just most. The only during the Second World War, Krakow was not destroyed, but the Dr. Hans Frank, the governor of Hitler, they destroyed the monument of the Mickiewicz. There was a very painful for Poles. We didn't enter the place on the monument. We put flowers around to respect the place. Of course, the square was renamed into Adolf Hitler Platz. That was the time during the Second World War, but the Christmas tree is still there. And of course, the most always, there's just the very nice temperature. I think wind chill factor, even like in spring, plus 15 degrees. Yes, we're walking towards at first Christmas tree and a short stroll through the Christmas market. You know, there were the long bank holidays. Poles spent the time mainly in the Zakopane, the winter capital city of Poland. That was the New Year's Eve party, so-called party, so-called Sylwester Marzeń is the New Year's Eve, full of dreams, so-called. Yes, and you see the florist behind me, and in one moment we look at much better that corner. Official, there should be the last day of market. Hello, yes, please feel free to ask any questions around Krakow or the situation. As I said, we started with the moment that was the long queue for the COVID tests. To close the main market square is only such point. Travel safe. Now stay. I've got any musicians there, and just and a little performance. In the background, you see the most beautiful Art Nouveau style building. Thank you. Absolutely. They see the people after New Year's Eve. They came to the main market square. Yes, the people, they came from Zakopane, you know, there's the winter capital city of Poland. Hello, Kabakal, my friend, hello. They are just on the way to Warsaw or to there's just other places. They are just on the way, I think. But the New Year's Eve is always attractive for visitors. They spend the time in Krakow or just jacket. Thank you, okay. As the appetizer, the view on the soups, the Polish soups, you see over 20 different arts of soups on the part. And the very famous sauerkraut, for instance, or just the borscht, but you've got the 20 kinds of soups always waiting for you. And especially the black borscht. It's always today is the last day, that's why it's the last chance to enjoy such view. You see the traditional soups, always each stool they've got the inscription or the information as a sign about what kind of stall is there, and then you see the soups. A lot of people does it just slowly moving. The classical veggie bigos, you get even bigos veggie, or the classical sauerkraut, for instance. Just the sauerkraut is always my favorite, but you know the Polish, you got even, I tell you, the red beet soup, tomato, garlic, vegetable, mushroom, sour rice soup, bigos. Bigos is a famous fasolka, that's just bean soup, just the full paradise. And what is this? That is the stall with the cheese on the part. Just showing. Sorry. Just the. See that this looked like cakes, but they are just the smoked cheese. Served straight from the Tatra Mountains. That's just the part, and of course the Polish bread, and you've got just the nuns even buying something, and here is just the paradise of food. Sorry, that's just the good view. The same. That's just last day for the enjoying little. Okay, I think again my lovely point is like a little Krakow Louvre, as you see the pyramid, and always from that point you could see much better whole view on the Christmas market. Hey, Lutek, okay. yes, that was just the full choice. The last day of the Christmas market in Krakow, official to the 2nd January. Of course, Christmas tree is very long time, also in our tradition, till 2nd February. That's why on the 2nd February we dismantle our Christmas tree. There's the underground museum with the old cemetery and the cloth halls. It's very recommended to visit under me. Okay, that's just a not long life. I just give you the one impression. Food inspirations. That's just the last part. That is just the full beautiful sausages. That's all. The famous is the Krakow sausage, of course. We waiting. Okay, and that's just the last part that we getting to the mulled wine other part, and that was just not so long walk. Thus we waiting to the place that is always longest queue. That's the queue. Just look at this again at the cloth halls, sukiennice on the right. And the monument of Holy Bart Mickiewicz. Yes, that's why it's the last chance. That's why it was so a big crowd. It was a surprise too, and the always longest queue for Grzaniec Galicyjski, the mulled wine. As just on that corner, such long queue. Okay, just I give you a shot. Thank you, Hort. Yes, JR award. Thank you, my hostess. Just stay connected. I just slowly finishing that short tour. Please recommend my channel, anyone. You know, you could write any. I preparing always streets in Krakow. There's the most beautiful streets. That's why please. Write any inspiration you want to hear, for instance, about the much more Arabic culture, for instance, or Jewish culture, Christian. That's a just variety. You know, Krakow is very friendly to anyone, independent of the religion point of view. Everyone is welcome. You should feel here like at home. It's very absolutely safe. The most important is very safe. It's not just a dangerous country. That's why it's absolutely you could take the stroll with a professional guide, for instance, or just on the different kind of moving machines like a Segway, e-bike, normal bike tour, or just walking tour with me. Yes, but at that moment, at the beginning of New Year, I wish you the best New Year. I'm much better, I think, than the last. Enjoy just watching the live streams, vlogs of my channel, Tom Guide Krakow. All the best to you and yours with such beautiful view. We finishing this, we say, a little short, a little longer than short live stream. Yes, all the best. Bye bye.